You know how fighters have to like hype themselves up before a fight? They have like their routines and stuff that they do to get themselves like mentally and physically ready for like the torment that they're going to go through. I feel like I need something like that right now because we are going to be browsing the deepest, darkest depths of cringe and stupidity. And that's Reddit. YouTube says I lose too many people in the first 10 seconds of my videos. So here we go. We're starting. The more you buy, the lower it will go. Yeah, get used to it. Buy a stock, any stock, and watch the price action literally freeze for a moment. The computers or algos or whatever the heck those Wall Street crooks are using to keep retailers from making any money will suddenly have an internal circuit breaker tripped. Yeah, bro, you are way over your head here. Or under your head. It's not as big of a deal as you think. You are one guy, man. It is absolutely amazing how a small investor can affect volatility. Millions of shares being traded, but your 50-share buy or sell will cause the market for that equity to take a pause. Try 500 shares and watch CNBC cover it. Cover what? Try I don't even know what he's trying to say here. Try 500 shares. So like if you make a big move, CNBC is going to cover it and like write a hit piece on your stock and tank it just because? The stock market has become ridiculously predictable. You ask elementary school kids where the stock market will be, and they all say it will be a bad Christmas. That's the number one indicator. That's how you know. That's how you know. Elementary school kids are a widely used economic indicator. Lol, even little kids are predicting lower pricing in December. Why buy now if you can get any stock at 30% discount in December? You don't have to believe me. Test it yourself. Go buy a stock, any stock, and when you see the price fall, come back here and post your results. This guy's got like a big main character complex because it is not that deep. The bravado to think that the entire world is against you specifically, the entire financial system of the United States is against you specifically. You think anybody cares when you buy one share of something? Test it yourself. Okay, hold on. No, we're gonna test this. What's the dumbest stock I can think of? What's the dumbest publicly traded company? It's Tootsie Roll. It's definitely Tootsie Roll. Okay, I'm gonna buy one share of Tootsie Roll right now, and we're gonna test if it goes down immediately. Tootsie Roll. I think that's a Drake song. All right, we are in for one share of Tootsie Slide at $33.52. So I'm gonna keep this open. I'm gonna prop this up right here, and we're gonna be watching it. And the stock is going to go down, according to this guy who thinks that the entire world is against every like retail investor. Like what? They're just selling every time a retail investor buys anything at all. I realized while editing that I forgot to check back up on Tootsie Roll stock. But I went back and checked just now, and it has been in a constant downtrend since I bought it. And that was maybe half an hour ago. So I've lost 20 cents. They are against us. They are trying to kill the retail investor. They're watching me, my one share of Tootsie Roll. It's rigged. The whole thing's rigged. Okay, back to the video. I love how he's saying elementary schoolers know that it's going to be a bad Christmas. How many elementary schoolers do you talk to per day, bro? What's your sample size? Where are you? You seem to talk to a lot of elementary schoolers. I'm just going to leave it at that. Hey guys, hi. Trying to learn and understand puts and calls. Can somebody explain how he lost so much off a 2% rise? Oh, okay, so this is somebody posting somebody else's L, which is already an L. Post your own L's, buddy. That's what I'm doing. I'm out here in the trenches making YouTube videos looking like a fool. Post your own L's. I really messed up, boys. My dad passed away and left me $100,000 to have. I decided to trade it this week on the way down. I hammered puts on Wednesday and swung them. Is he too Gen Z? I don't even know what that means. Did he do well or badly? I hammered puts and swung them? That sounds good. Hammering sounds good. Although nailing sounds better. Work up the Bank of England bailing the market out, and the S&P rose 2% that day. I realized the losses and now have crap. P&L 80% almost. Oh, bro, and that's your dad's death money. Oh, that's rough, bro. Wait, hold on. You have $100,000 in windfall from a dead parent, and you're spending it on weekly options? Here's some financial advice. Don't do that. Wow, that's sad. And he also said, I'm assuming hammering and swinging are good things. So the fact that he hammered and swung and then still lost 80%, so he was probably up a good bit at some point. That's sad. That's really sad, bro. Sorry about your dad and your portfolio. You lost two real ones in the same week. That's so mean. I don't care. Been selling covered calls with great success, but what do I do with the premium? Example. Oh, thank you for this example. Say I like Amazon. I keep selling calls long dated and closing them out for a profit. Then using that to buy more stock. Bold. Bold. I heard someone say that if you are long the stock, take the premium and buy more stock. Then when it tanks, buy back the call. That's the idea. What is everyone doing with... What is everyone else doing with the premium they collect? What do you think, bro? It's money. Do you not know what to do with money? Guys, I keep making all this money in the stock market. What am I supposed to do with it? I heard someone say, if you are long the stock, take the premium and buy more stock. Then when it tanks, buy back the call. Well, if you bought the stock with the premium, then you have no money left to buy back the call. So okay, I feel bad for this guy. Well, no, congratulations. Great success. Congratulations on your great success. But I do feel bad that it seems like you're winning and you don't know what you're talking about yet. And I will say this, the plight of trading options is that you do really well until you know what you're doing. And then as soon as you know what you're doing, you start ruining everything. I don't know why, but it happens to everybody, myself included. Does anybody in the comments tell him what to do with money? Yeah, not really. What is everybody doing with the premium? It's just part of your portfolio, bro. You got more money. Just do whatever. Just add it to your portfolio. Do whatever with it. Take it out. Go buy a yacht. It's money. Can somebody in the comments please tell this guy what to do with his money? Is selling covered calls above your basis free money? Just curious, new to wheeling. If I sell covered calls above my basis, is that just free money? If I get assigned, I sell my shares for more than what I bought them for, implying capital gain, and keep all of the premium. If I don't get assigned, I keep my shares and blah, 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 blah. Yes, that would imply that the stock didn't do well, but I'm already doing better than somebody who would have wanted to just hold naked shares. Naked shares. As opposed to what? Covered shares? Naked shares. Shares are normally naked, bro. They're like dogs. You don't say a naked dog. Dogs are just naked by default. You don't need to specify. What is he asking though? If selling covered calls above your basis. I mean, it's the risk premium, bro. That's what you get. I mean, somebody says, "Hey, I'll pay you $50 to jump off a cliff." And you say, "Oh, is that a free $50?" Well, yeah, kind of, but it comes at the cost of you jumping off a cliff. I don't get why he specified above your basis, though, because why wouldn't you? I mean, is it free? You could do that at whatever price you want. It doesn't have to be. It's going to be free money regardless of if it's above or below, but it's not free money because that's what you get for taking on the risk. I'm going to start calling it the cliff jumping premium. That's the new word for risk premium. Yeah, it's free money. You just have to jump off a cliff to get it. Is there a chance, maybe an itty-bitty chance, like even a 1 in a million chance, that all this talk about bloodbaths and puts will print is wrong? Don't the markets traditionally do the opposite of what we expect them to do? Yeah, markets, you know how markets be. Markets are so contrarian. I don't see much fear on Wall Street right now. These big banks talk about a recession, but they are right here with us taking profits on calls. So this guy thinks that there's less than a 1 in a million chance that the market goes up? All the talk about bloodbaths and puts will print? I don't know, man. Different people have different opinions. But I will give it to this guy. I think that if you realize that if everybody is thinking one thing, then you should do the opposite with regards to the stock market. I'll give you that one. Good job on that assumption, because that is a good assumption usually. This is the thing about stocks, though, is like one person's gain is usually another person's loss, or at least often. So it's like, well, these big banks are talking about a recession. Banks and analysts are all kind of in a weird position all the time where they have to give good enough information that their credibility is not sacrificed, but it can't be too good of information, to the point where people are taking advantage of the positions that they have. You know what I mean? So they have to just give you just enough to keep you interested without giving you so much that they ruin their own plan. So can you trust them? No. They're talking about a recession. Who cares? IV and VIX. Hi, guys. Hi. Can I check Y goes IV and also VIX if it's this... Whoop. Not going to say it like that. Can I check Y goes IV and also VIX if it's the SPX as the underlying to go down when stocks moon? Why does it... Dude, I can't read this. It's giving me a head... My head seriously hurts trying to read this. Why does a huge downward move cause IV to move in opposite direction compared to a huge upward move? They're both signals of volatile times, right? They're both huge moves, and IV is literally implied volatility and not implied fear. Whoa. You're way off, my guy. My recommendation is don't trade options. Don't touch stock. Well, you can touch stocks. Don't trade options if you're asking this question. Can I check Y goes IV? Excuse me, teacher? Y goes IV? And also the VIX if it's the SPX as to the underlying. A lot of these are phrased like questions, but it's hard to, even if I wanted to give an answer, it's hard to even wrap your mind around what they're asking because they're phrased like why goes IV and not like a, intelligent, not even intelligent, intelligible question. Good gracious, man. Apple sales. Apple sales slumped with softer demand. Apple sales slumped with softer demand. I'm going to read it like that. I thought its stock price will not boost until Apple Car comes out, right? So short it now? I'm jealous of how one-dimensionally this guy views the market. I thought the stock price wasn't supposed to go boost until Apple Car. I'm pretty sure that project has never been officially announced. I'm pretty sure it's just been rumors for the last 10 years, right? I got a 2K windfall. I want to play options with it. I can be risky, but would rather not lose everything. Yeah, if I can choose, I would rather not have my portfolio destroyed. If I can pick, that'd be nice. I got a $2,000 windfall. Bro, if that's a windfall to you, I'm not trying to be rude here, but if $2,000 is a windfall, you don't need to do anything with it. You need to put it in your bank and use it to supplement your groceries for the next couple weeks. You know what I mean? $2,000. I'm not trying to be mean here. $2,000 is a lot of money for a lot of people, myself included. I would love $2,000 right now. But if you're calling that a windfall, you should not touch options. You should not even think about options. No, but seriously. Oh, that's this post has zero upvotes, and the top comment is exactly what I said. If $2,000 is a windfall to you, you'd be an idiot to risk it in options. Yeah, confirmed, reverberated, affirmed, everything, affirmed, confirmed. Is there a different? Whew, I'm reading so many of these that I'm starting to turn into one of them. I'm talking. Okay, last one. Ultimate GME play. Oh, I'm already excited to see what this guy has to say. Hi. I'm a complete noob when it comes to options. I only know the basic. But when I was puffing the green the other day, I got all of epiphany. Okay, now we play the game. Is this non-native speaker or is he just dumb? In my vision, there are only two logical events. Okay, both. What will happen when the float gets locked? Or a squeeze will happen because the liquidity is too low. Or nothing will happen, so a huge amount of FUD will be created. Why is that phrased like FUD is like a market mechanic that gets brought about when nothing happens? Wait, what is his assertion here? Because the liquidity is too low, or nothing will happen, so a huge amount of FUD will be created. Okay, so FUD is created in the markets when nothing happens. That's good to know. Okay, noted. What will lead to an insane amount of people selling the stock, so it will crash like nothing before? What will lead to an insane amount of... I can't do it, man. I'm low-key glad that this is the last one, because I don't think... Every time I do this happened with the TikTok video, too. It's like the longer I was recording the video, the more I just descended into madness and stupidity. The date that the liquidity will get locked is kind of guessable, so it's kind of possible to time it with leaps. So I want to go for the biggest spread possible. Thoughts? Yeah, my thoughts is I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Go puff some more green, and maybe you'll get all of an epiphany that you're an idiot. Okay, so the context is that the float gets locked. The two options are a squeeze will happen because liquidity is too low, or nothing will happen and it will create FUD. Brokerages should be using Reddit to source data on who's the biggest risk. They should... Boy, that would be something. If I was a brokerage, man, I would go through and track all of these usernames from the posts that I just read. And I would say, okay, you do not get options. You do not get margin. You do not get an account, maybe. And you know what? We're going to lower your credit score, too. And you will not get any more Kohl's Cash for the rest of your life. That's what I would do if I was a brokerage. I've been into this. I'm not trying to make like a superiority claim or anything, but I've been into stocks and options since I was 16, right? So when I was 18, the day I turned 18, I opened my first brokerage. And I've been into this for a long time. When I told people that I was into stocks, they used to be like, wow, at your age? Like, that's crazy. Good for you. That's so cool. And then like 2020 and 21 came, and it was like, I would tell people that I was into stocks and people would be like, oh, you're one of them? It really felt in 2020 and 2021 like if you were the grand master of chess, right? This very complex and intricate and, has a lot of history in the game. And then all of a sudden, like 10 and 11-year-olds were beating you with strategies that they learned on TikTok. That's what being in finance for the past 2 years has felt like. And it's only now kind of coming back to reality, which is fine. Markets go through cycles of boom and bust. You know what I mean? I'm more of a fan of the busty cycles, if you know what I mean. You don't need to be Michael Burry. You can be Warren Buffett, who buys the most boring stocks on earth and still beats most people. I swear, he's always buying something that people are like, really, Warren Buffett, you're gonna buy that? And then he still ends up. I mean, even at 92, he still beats most hedge funds. So I guess that's the lesson of this video: be a buffet, not a beret. Be a buffet, not a beret. I like that. New channel motto. If you're still watching, please roast me in the comments. I deserve it. And people think that I have a big head and that I'm too prideful. So take me down a notch. I'm not being sarcastic. Say something mean. At the very least, it'll help my engagement. So we both win. Catharsis for you, engagement for me. I don't want to say like bye at the end of my videos because it reminds me of like Zoom classes and work from home and stuff where everybody would be at the end of a Zoom call like for 10 seconds. So I think I'm just gonna cut off all my clips. I don't even like intros either. I'm just gonna have them cut off when I'm done talking. My goal is to have as little filler and fluff as possible. I want these videos to be like, this is content. You're watching it. You know what I mean? I'm making it. You're entertained for the entire duration that you're watching the video. And then it just ends.